Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we're playing Silent Submersible or Submersible Blue. So Silent Submersible, the artifact that I kept saying didn't really have a chance in Standard. I'm going to try to give it a shot here in Standard. So whenever it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, draw a card. It's a 2 mana, 2/3 vehicle. So what a vehicle is, it's an artifact and you can crew it for 2. So that means if you have 2 creatures out here, like so, you have to have 2 power to crew it. So you have to tap Artificer's Assassin and Benthic Biomancer if you have these out there to then crew up the Silent Submersible. Or something else that we have out there like our Skilled Animator, Sai, or the tokens that we create with everything to crew it up and let it go. Or we can make it an artifact creature with Skilled Animator. So that's kind of game part 1 of this plan, to at least get some extra value out of Silent Submersible, is to turn it into a creature without having to crew it with Antiquity's War, which on its third saga, I think is what it's called. I can't remember anymore. It's been a while since we did Dominaria, but its base hour toughness become a 5/5 and it becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. So for a turn, we at least get it as a 5/5. And that's what we're trying to do with this deck, is just go crazy with a bunch of tokens and artifacts on our board. Win with Antiquity's Wars and just all the tokens that we create with Saheeli and Sai as we're playing lots of artifacts and non-creature spells. And then also just making sure that we're at least interacting a little bit with the player's board with things like River's Rebuke, Blink of an Eye, which Blink of an Eye actually okay right now because of how many pump spells there are in the more aggressive decks. Mono red I think is still going to be a little bit hard of a matchup. It depends on if we get out our Saheeli quick enough or our Sai, because Sai is at least a good blocker. And then if we can gum up the board enough and they don't draw the burn, we might have a chance to come in with an Antiquity's War and at least take over with a race. So that's kind of our game plan here with this deck, is just kind of go in hoping that we can do our best. There is something to be said, like in the sideboard, maybe bring in more artifacts that gain you life, like the Navigator's Ruin, just for the mono red matchups or anything like that. Any ways that you can gain life, more interaction maybe. The issue is with blue is that like bounce, there are some like Pyromancer, the Pyromancer, it does 2 damage when it enters the battlefield, so I don't necessarily want to bounce that card. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how this goes, and wish me luck. All right, up against Absentia, bring it on, and we are playing Submersible. I keep thinking Submissible, but it's Submersible Blue. And this is the one issue. I did bring in 2 Mobilized Districts as well, which I think is just a good card to have as a defender when you need it in the later game, but it does make the Submersible a little bit more awkward, but we can't play it for a while anyway, so we're going to keep this. We have Guild Globe to draw us cards, Spyglass, which can be really good against some decks, so let's go ahead and Fountain of Renewal, good pick there. And we're probably going to draw cards as quick as we can, trying to find our land and our Saheeli or Sai. Those are our most important cards for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and, do we go for treasure mapping instead? That way we can kind of choose what we end up drawing into. At the same time, if we end up having the Saheeli on top or anything like that, we'd like to be able to play it next turn instead of having to scry and waiting another turn. So it's a little bit awkward there with the Guild Globe, but this next turn we're going to go for the treasure map instead. All right, Bond of Flourishing, digging for cards, right? I'm guessing this is the Bant good stuff deck. I've seen a lot of interesting things with it. Mobilized District, I'm really not sure what's going on here. Yeah, let's just go for treasure map. Stop on our upkeep. And let's actually go ahead and scry now, just so I don't forget, because I tend to forget too often with this. Put that to the bottom. We need to find a land or Saheeli or Sai. So we have a lot of good ones to find. Also, a Skilled Animator isn't bad. It puts a lot of pressure on this Jace. So we do have a lot of good cards we can run into. Although we are kind of very dependent on good draws here. So that's why I do like that we have ways to draw cards, have ways to scry off the top. Oh, even if we find something, a Skilled Animator here, we can't really play it, can we? Ooh, this is rough. All right, we're going to do it anyway. Filling up our board isn't bad either. Let's go ahead and put that to the bottom. Resolve. I guess I could have drawn, then scryed and draw if I had a bad draw anyway. Okay, go to main phase. Right now we do have the extra land. Not that it matters. Let's fix our scries, or top of our deck even more now. I will do this on their end. Actually, let's go ahead and do it now. I will forget. I just know myself way too well. Antiquity's War. I mean, that's a lot of power on the battlefield, especially with these treasure maps. So, I mean, that's not a bad plan. Oh, he's going to mill on top of our deck. Yep. I forgot about that. Wilderness Reclamation, okay. Going to be able to have counters up and available. Alright, well, we will scry Flip Treasure Map. Fountain of Renewal. Man, we just lost all of our action. This is a little bit frustrating. We want to be able to play a Saheeli. Let's go ahead and draw now. Should have scried. Go to main phase. Play Island. Let's see here. We can swing in with Mobilized District to hit Jace. Let's go ahead and scry again and then Guild Globe. Skilled Animator. Alright, on the top. Let's draw it. Well, it looked like they did have a counter available. I don't really want to use up our treasures. Well, I guess that's just ways to draw cards. Opponent was starting to mill us, but that's because we kept things on top. That is where I definitely should have played at the end step to scry. We can do 5 damage to Jace here if this resolves. We lose our treasures regardless, though. We can also Spyglass. All right, let's pass the turn. Next turn, I want to use a Skilled Animator to kind of go off, and then Sorcerer Spyglass to maybe turn off Jace afterwards, after they've countered something already. So yeah, they're targeting themselves now. We're still stopping on our upkeep here. So that, boys and girls, is why you scry on their end step instead of on your end step. And I have been getting a little bit lazy. Not lazy, more just... I don't like Narset. Nobody likes Narset. Boo. We're all about drawing those cards. That's not cool. Dovin's Veto in hand. Boo. Yeah, I'm going to untap. We're going to have to get through a lot of these things. It is only a non-creature spell. All right, so there are ways that we can maybe play around this. We shall see. All right, scry. We also have Mobilized District. Mobilized District is really good. Treasure map to the bottom. All right, come on, give us. We have gone through a lot of our decks, scrying and everything else to try to find our combo pieces. And we have put a lot of Antiquities Wars to the bottom. That is very true. Okay, draw a card. More land. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. All right, play Island. We can Mobilize District, hit Narset. Maybe they try to get rid of the Mobilize District, then we can do stuff after that point. Yeah, let's go ahead and Mobilize District. Just swing in for 3. Alright, get rid of the Narset. Should have held up a Treasure's Cove so we can at least do something else there. And then let's... we know that they had Dovin's Veto for this. It's just non-creature spell, right? That makes things rough. I forget that I can still use this as a land. That is so good. Oh man, I love it. Let's just go Guild Globe. We're going to draw a card. I'm trying to bait out the Dovin's Veto in any way we can. Let's go ahead and play pay 2. Ooh, I like that. I like that they just added the pay 2 there. All right, counter it, please. Go for it. Do it. I dare you. Sounds good. Perfect. Way to be. We're just trying to bait out counters now. Silent Submersible at this moment, like, it is really good if we can get this one down. Maybe we can bait out counter again. I will gladly pay treasures to get rid of more counters out of their hand. I'm guessing that that's probably all of their hand, though. This seems like a very counter-heavy deck. And now I think we Spyglass. Yeah, now it just makes sense to Spyglass and get rid of the Jace. Emergency powers, huh? All right, Jace. Wielder of Mysteries. So it doesn't turn off the static ability. That's very important. But with things like their experimental or emergency powers in hand, I'm not as worried about it. I think that they are more playing the Smothering Tithe deck with maybe Jace as like an alternate win con. But that shuffles the entire graveyard back into their... Ooh, Ugin's bad. All right, well, now we should have played on Ugin. That's unfortunate. Narset, K. All right, so we know that we can resolve the Skilled Animator. All right, so we draw. We cannot draw until we kill the Narset. We know that they have a counter for the Skilled Animator. But we cannot... All right, emergency powers now. Okay. That's fine. We get to draw lots of cards, and they just spent all of their mana, so now they won't be able to counter things that we find. Oh, Narset with emergency powers. Right. Gotcha. Oh, that's good. And we just got rid of all of our treasures. All right, well, let's mobilize District. It was after we'd already drawn a card for the turn, huh? Oh, that's so good. Oh, man. Well, opponent's doing some super fun stuff. Let's see if we can slow him down a little bit at all. The issue with emergency powers is that it just comes back into the game. Oh, they found an Ugin. Well, we're going to hope and pray. If they found another emergency powers, we're in so much trouble. This is where I do like Mobilize District. I at least have something on the board that does something. Pass to my turn, and it's something that won't get countered against control. So it's at least good in that case. But I do think that we are just dead here. We can't even draw something else because of this Narset. And Narset kills our deck. If we swing in, they just keep creating a blocker every turn. Guaranteed they have counters now. Like... If we even try swinging in, they're going to be able to get more cards that could be counters, and we just have no game. So yeah, we just concede here. Just played a little too slow. We didn't find any of our pieces that actually affected the board state at all, and that really, really hurt us a lot. And we almost drew cards, but then we couldn't draw cards, and that was really frustrating too. All right, up against Hammerhead. Bring it on, Hammerhead. And speaking of, what's your favorite kind of shark? No one ever knows their favorite shark, but if you have one, let me know. Hammerheads have always been my favorite shark. When I was living out in Hawaii, I got to see a couple other sharks. Actually even had some in the water I was swimming in at some points. But Hammerhead's definitely my favorite shark. All right, Skilled Animator means that we are going to play this Silent Submersible. That was Skilled Animator. Good stuff right there. Let's see what else we're playing. Okay, I was worried it was going to be Boros. Boros is going to be a little bit scurrier. So let's see if this actually survives. Antiquities War is pretty fun, though. All right, on to Silent Submersible. Does this get Lightning Striked now is the question. Or do they wait? Well, if this resolves, this becomes a 5/5, so they can't really strike this. But let's just stop our Submersible plan. The other reason why I like bouncing cards in this deck is sometimes the artifact that you have dies, and so you can at least bounce back the Skilled Animator. So that's another way we can go with this deck. This is a little bit interesting. If we find land, we're going to just Antiquities War. All right, we'll treasure map. Stop on their end step. And pass a turn, put a stop on my upkeep as well. Healer's Hawk. All right, so this is a Boros aggro deck. They just happen to hold up Burn. Are they holding up more Burn and stuff as well here? All right, well, scry 1. I think we're just looking for lands or a Saheeli of some sort. Land is good enough to keep. We get to play Antiquities War, so go to my turn, draw that card. Go to main phase. Antiquities War. Go digging for an artifact. We're gonna put like 2 Saheelis and a Sai, and then we're gonna have like a Fountain of Renewal. Just watch. Or we whiff and have all those things on like a land on top as well. Oh, we go 5 deep. I thought it was 4 deep. We have so many treasure maps. Let's go for Guild Globe. There are times I just like Guild Globe a little bit better. Yeah, let's go ahead and put a stop on our upkeep though. If we find a land, it's pretty good. Although we'd like to get more artifacts down, we'll be fine. Getting to this River's Rebuke might be very important. Okay, Heroic Reinforcement swings in for 8. That's a lot of damage really quick. Goodness. Yup. Well, River's Rebuke looking really good as long as they don't have another one of those. All right, let's go ahead and scry. See if we can find land on top helps a lot. Fountain of Renewal is another thing we can play. I think we need to start finding answers, or I don't know. Okay, draw. All right, there's land. All right, go to main phase. Okay, look at the top here as well. Another Silent Submersible, why not? Play Island, play Submersible. And Guild Globe. And I mean, if they could very well just have us next turn. Man, Heroic Reinforcements does a lot of damage. Now we find a Saheeli. Saheeli would be so good here if we had had Saheeli. Alright. Alright. We still have a chance. We are going to stop on our upkeep. If we get to go digging, we also get to find a River's Rebuke, or get to play it with the treasures. And that can at least reset enough. And then we also have Antiquities War swing in for 1 million. Draw lots of cards. Should be good. We may not scry just to see if we can hit land, because if we can River's Rebuke and swing in for 20 instead. All right, there's... Oh, that's actually not game. We take 8. Down to 4. And we can guarantee play River's Rebuke. Gets rid of a lot of power on their deck, on their side of the board. If we find land, we also get to do a bunch of damage. So we're not completely out of the game. Let's see if they have another pump spell. All right, they do not. All right, so we're still in the game for at least 2 more turns. All right. All right, so we did not find what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and... I should have flipped the treasure map beforehand. Oh, I didn't even think about creating the treasures tokens there. All right. Oh, I misplayed there for sure. Blink of an eye. Let's go ahead and keep that on top. Being able to bounce the Healer's Hawk is going to be useful. All right, pay 4. Bounce all their guys. I could have had another treasure here if I had flipped treasure map beforehand. So I made a mistake with that. Because I would have been able to guaranteed swing in for 20. Opponent's saying good game. All right, swing in for 15. So, I mean, if they have a Heroic Reinforcements or anything like that, then we're dead. Very good possibility. We knew that as well. This is one of the harder matchups, so if we don't find our answers earlier on. And we need to have like things like Fountain of Renewal earlier on. We could have just Blink of an Eye as well here. I would normally play Fountain of Renewal, but I think that Blink of an Eye gives us a chance of survival against an aggressive creature. If they play Healer's Hawk into Heroic Reinforcements, then of course we're dead. But let's pass the turn, see what happens. All right, plays a land. They have had a lot of lands. All right, Healer's Hawk. Do they have their heroic reinforcements? Okay, they do not. Doesn't look like it, at least. All right, pass to my turn. Man, we'd love to have that Fountain of Renewal down. All right, so Saheeli. Okay, go Saheeli, go. All right, we want to tap here. Let's play Treasure Map. Create a token for a blocker on the ground. So now we're not as scared about a heroic reinforcements. We can't really tap these down because of Silent Submersible. Play Island, play Fountain of Renewal. And do we hold up Blink of an Eye is the question. We still got to create a token whenever we do that. We can swing in for 1 here by taking down, but I don't think it's necessary at the moment. Let's just go ahead and pass the turn. Yeah, let's just pass the turn, hold up Blink of an Eye. We get to create a token, bounce back their Healer's Hawk, or whatever else is relevant here. Okay, he creates a token. That's fine. We can tap down to make this guy a blocker as well for the token, so we're not worried about the token at the moment. All right, at Johnny's Pridemate. Okay, Pridemate comes down. Let's wait till they swing in. Blink of an Eye. We do need to find a way to actually finish out this game. That is going to be an issue. We also do just have chump blockers for Johnny's Pridemate, but Healer's Hawk is an issue over and over again. If we can find a Psy, then we're in okay shape. All right, let's... we would like to be able to actually draw here. Let's go ahead and just scry with Treasure Map. Put a stop on our upkeep. Antiquities War. Yeah. It gives us a clock for them. Yeah, keep it on top. Let's go ahead and draw it now. We do want more artifacts down. Let's see here. We also want more answers. Let's go ahead and draw. Okay, pass to my turn. Scry with Treasure Map. Gain some life back. Very important here. Silent Submersible, not good enough at the moment. We're looking for a Psy, something to block in the air. Resolve. Psy would be beautiful here. Okay, draw. All right, another Saheeli. Not good enough. All right, go to main phase. Antiquities War. We don't care about tapping that down because we don't have another Treasure Map at the moment. Create another servo. Sorcerer's Spyglass really doesn't do much. We might be able to get a look at their hand. But Silent Submersible is at least a decent card that we can play here. We might want to hold up this Blink of an Eye again. We can turn one of these guys into a Silent Submersible and swing in as well. But let's see here. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. We're trying to get to our Antiquities War. We keep creating servos, keep going really wide once that triggers. And we're not that far away from it being very relevant. I think our biggest nightmare here would be an Ixalan's Binding, which we can always just blink, I guess, and get back the Saheeli. All right, Sentinel's Mark. Okay. Resolve. It gains lifelink for the turn. Again, I'm not so sure we're worried about that. We don't like them gaining life because then it makes it a little bit harder for us to actually finish out the game. But we're not as worried about this Hitler's Hawk anymore either because we can chump block enough times that it doesn't really matter. All right, swings in. Let's go ahead and blink of an eye now. Create another servo. And we're going to block and block just in case they have some sort of pump spell. Or do we just chump here? If they have the pump spell, I guess I'd rather just lose one guy. Yeah, let's go ahead and just block and block. Kill some of their guys. I should have untapped the Silent Submersibles. Absolutely. Stopping our upkeep. Playing the Johnny's Pride mid again. That's fine. Yep. And we're getting closer to this Antiquities where we might actually pull this off. All right, go to my turn. Tap here. Flip treasure map. Another Fountain of Renewal. I mean, it's not terrible. We can play lots of things. I think we would like to find like River's Rebuke or something like that. The life gain is really good. Let's go ahead and keep it on top. That actually is very relevant for a deck. All right, resolve. Okay, draw. Make sure I'm tapping the right land here. Oh, wait. Go to main phase. I always get frustrated when that happens, right? And then Antiquities War triggers, so we gotta go digging for more stuff. Chaos Wand. Oh, I think we just gotta do that for the Chaos Wand. I mean, come on. Okay, Chaos Wand, and I'm actually gonna fire it off right away. We have enough treasures to still win with this. Yeah, we have to do this. And in fact, spending a treasure for the Fountain of Renewal and treasure map gives us more tokens than what they're worth. At least the Fountain of Renewal does. So let's go ahead and fire off the Chaos Wand, see what we can hit. Oh, I put in one copy of this just because I thought it might be good enough. There's Heroic Reinforcements. Okay. We get another trigger with Saheeli. All of our guys get bigger. Yep. And they can crew up the Silent Submersibles. I should have put them down first. Oops. And well, I didn't know it was going to happen. There was a chance that we got the Heroic Reinforcements. How many do we swing in with here? I think we swing in with a couple. Let's crew here. Actually, let's crew here. Submit. Crew here. It's been a while since I've used vehicles. All right. Silent Submersible. Next. And swing in. Here, and let's just swing in with one. I'd rather, well, swing in with two. Two is fine. I'm worried about a Heroic Reinforcements, but we're still okay at this moment, unless they have, like, double. They have, like, a seal away. Alright, so blocks there, that's fine. They have a pump spell here, way to gain life. Like Battlefield Promotion here. Alright, they do have the Battlefield Promotion. Cool. Cool. Yep, gains life. I am glad that we're pressuring him here, though. Next turn, we get to do so much damage. Skilled Animator. That creates a really big blocker. Let's just play Fountain of Renewal. Create 2 tokens. We have another servo to block. And I don't see how they could kill us here unless they have like 2 Healer's Hawks into a Heroic Reinforcements. Maybe like Desperate Lunge or something like that. So let's go ahead and pass the turn. Sorry, taking a little bit longer with this game. Opponent's playing a little slow with some of his stuff, and then I am tinkering through first time with this deck, going through some weird motions here, but we're doing okay. We're going to swing in. We might be able to find another Heroic Reinforcements or Battlefield Promotion with this Chaos one as well. Are they holding up Settle the Wreckage? Right, pass to my turn. Gain some life, gain some life. Sigh. Sigh's beautiful. Love you, Sigh. You're a gorgeous man, you. All right, get to swinging with a lot of creatures. All right, so let's just go to combat first. Yeah, so next... Swing, 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 swing from the tail side of my heart. All right, there we go. And swing in, and we'll leave these guys back. They really don't matter. This feels like a Settle the Wreckage. We get a lot of lands out of our deck if they do settle here, which gives us lots of good draws. I mean, I should have swung with the Silent Submersible as well. I don't know. I wasn't thinking there. All right, they do have the Settle. It felt too much like a Settle not to be a little more careful there. We do get rid of all of our creatures as well. That was an issue that we had there. All right, resolve. Take action. We did fire in with all of our creatures, didn't we? All right, next. Okay, Psy Master Thopterus. This helps out a ton. Do we play Skilled Animator or do we just create more tokens? I think we just go for tokens at the moment. So, Silent Submersible. Submersible. And we're going to go ahead and play the treasure map here with the 2 mana there because we can sacrifice our treasures still with the treasure coast to draw cards. So lots of ways to draw cards here. And we can even make 2 things into Chaos Wands. Yeah, we're going to have some fun. All right, pass the turn. I really don't know how they come back from this. It creates another token. I mean, Pridemate's going to get big. We have blockers for their Healer's Hawk. And opponent scoops it up. All right, there we go. Well, we did get the swing in with a really big board with Antiquities War. We came back from being down to 4 life. So the deck worked. We did hit the River's Rebuke. I was talking about that earlier, but the River's Rebuke definitely helped there a lot. Long game. Sorry about that. All right, up against Tash. Bring it on, Tash. And we're playing our Submersible blue deck. And Fountain of Renewal and Blink of an Eye. We have a lot of good stuff early game. Let's see if it's good enough. Fountain of Renewal, we would like to see just a bunch of those. Like 3 of those turn 1, turn 2 would be amazing. Treasure map. Do we just hold off and play Psy? Blink of an Eye could be pretty useful. However, if they're just discarding stuff, let's go ahead and get it down. Pass the turn. We're not going to stop on our upkeep because we know we want to play Psy. Well, let's press it anyway. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. Doesn't matter. I don't like that if you click it before they, like, as they go past a certain point, you don't get it at all. All right. Do they have counters? No, they do not. Perfect. Now we're looking at all of our blink of an eyes, and against this deck, it might be a lot less useful. And it could bring back our stuff if they're trying to kill it. So that is good. That's something. We can stop in our upkeep, dig for land or a Sahili or something good. All right. Fountain of Renew of Hollowed Fountain. Thought Erasure. Guessing they just take a treasure map here, just because we get the Thopter from it. It doesn't do a whole lot for them. For me, Blink of an Eye could be good against some of their stuff, but not great. Let's go ahead and scry. Land. Let's go to the bottom. Okay, draw. Wow. All right. Well, we can absolutely blink back our our Sai if he's about to die. That is something we've got going for us. Oh goodness. Chaos Wand. Ooh. Chaos Wand is one of those that's just good enough to be useful. I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's going to get Thought Erasured on the next turn, but we're going to draw it, try to make use of it. It is a little bit awkward playing with the treasure map and everything, but we get to flip over our 4th land with the treasure map next turn. So stopping our upkeep. Pass the turn. Let's see how long they can hold up not doing anything. Okay, well, let's... Yeah, we'll Blink of an Eye. It doesn't matter which Blink of an Eye you choose anymore. It just brings it down to the amount that they have visibility of. Just so you know, that did change. So even though if I play this one, they'll show that there's one not seen. Well, now they're going to see everything. All right, yeah. So they get to see our Sai Master Thopterus, but we actually might just want a Chaos Wand. Chaos Wand might just be the better play here. There's a lot of good stuff to hit in their deck. If we hit things like... We could run into things that destroy artifacts, and that could be an issue. Yeah, they take the Chaos Wand. Now, let's see here. Yeah, let's scry. Flip. Land on top is good. Okay, draw. Go to main phase. I don't know why. Okay. Sai Master Thopterist. And we at least get card draw. We have lots of stuff. Pass the turn. We have 2 more Blink of an Eyes. We are only running 3, and we happen to find all 3 early on. That's not what you want to do. Just saying. You want to have 1, maybe 2 in a game. And so it's worth running 3 of in a deck. But that's not typically how you'd like to see that happen. We may end up blinking that back, or maybe a token of some sort. But for now, we can just draw cards. Submersible. Let's draw a card. Well, double Submersible. We're going to go for it. We can get a lot of card advantage with this deck. If we really start going off here, the card advantage is real. All right, so they negate. Perfect. We get our Thopter still. And another Submersible. And then we get a swing in with Sai. And pass the turn. And the nice thing about the Submersible is that it doesn't die to a board wipe here. So if they have a Kaya's Wrath... we can't use it anytime soon, but it doesn't die. Yeah, I mean, so then it's around for Antiquities Wars, for other things like that. So we'll see how this does. Opponent's going to start actually doing things eventually. Oh, so they do Kai's Wrath here. Yeah, let's go ahead and blink back our Sai. I love that that just automatically asked me to pay for that now. I'm not sure if that was doing that even just a little while ago. I haven't played with treasures in a while, I guess, but... Alright, we'll land. Using up our stuff was a little bit awkward. Yeah, let's just play Psy. We're probably just going to fire off the Fountain of Renewal next turn, pass the turn. I mean, making them use Kaya's Wrath just to kill Thopters isn't the bestest for them. But our hand's still looking a little bit bare. We need to start actually drawing cards. That would be phenomenal. We draw lots of cards in this deck, but we also play lots of cards because we have a lot of cheap things. So we still are feeling like we're pretty empty-handed. We want to be using our mana pretty efficiently as we can. All right, we're going to go ahead and sack here. Draw a card. Probably just holding up counters. The Thopter that we get here is actually really good. All right, Vross's Contempt, that's fine. So yeah, we don't hold up Blink of an Eye anymore, so they can get rid of that. That's fine. We do make them spend their mana, though. And now we get an Antiquities War. Sorcerer's Spyglass. Yes, absolutely. We will definitely play that now, too. Right, 2 Chemist's Insights. So what are they going to be playing in here? There's so many cards. Kaya? Let's just go for Teferi. Is it Hero of Dominaria? I really don't know what they're going to be playing here. This one makes the most sense with what we see on board with the Dawn of Hope. There's so many Planeswalkers now, man. We can also just name Dawn of Hope. It's the only thing that we know is actually out there. They can still trigger the life gain, but they can't create a token ever. So they don't have blockers. It's a little bit awkward if they do end up having a Teferi or whatever. They're going to probably have to spend mana to draw a card here. A pretty good chance they won't have an answer yet. They have Mortifies for this Antiquities War. This turns off Dawn of Hope's ability or activated ability, right? So that's why it says activated abilities of sorcerers with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Okay, so Chemist's Insight, digging for the find land, and hopefully not a Mortify. All right, perfect. That's not bad. Come on, treasure map. Join the horde. All right, play the map. Play the fountain. Play the fountain. And if this goes off, we're in pretty great shape. Let's pass the turn. Blink of an Eye, pretty good against some stuff as well. Let's stop on their end stat for the Scry. Make sure we're not wanting to do it on our turn so that we can swing in with another creature. I don't think they're going to have Settle the Wreckage. Chemist's Insight, K. So not holding up Settle mana. Digging for an answer. And did we beat Esper Control deck? I think we did. I think that we did. And Sorcerer's Spyglass on the Dawn of Hope, very clutch there, right? They could have Settled the Wreckage. Definitely a possibility. We can also Blink of an Eye this Antiquities War. All right, well, now we have to do it, right? It's our main win condition, so we blink back the Antiquities War. Oh, man. All right, well, we gotta go digging for more stuff, I guess. Pass them my turn. No! All right, Fountain of Renewal. Found the answer. All right, there we go. That's another win condition here. Skilled Animator. Skilled Submersible. Next. Swing in for 5, get to draw a card. Let's see what we draw first. If we find a land, we can actually play the Antiquities War. We haven't found another land yet. All right, no go. I guess I could have scried. No, I didn't want to scry in case I actually found a land. All right, so Fountain of Renewal. More life gain. It's meh. All right, stop on their end step. Stop on our upkeep. Pass the turn. We could at least put 2 counters onto this treasure map. And I mean, we have a threat on board that they have to answer with, and most of their removal spells are Vrasa's Contempts and Mortifies. So we've seen Mortifies. Let's see how many Vrasa's Contempts they have. They've used 1. Eldest Reborn. Ooh, that's annoying. Are there even creatures in the graveyard? The thing I'm thinking about is if I... So Resolve. Which one do we kill here? I guess it's... Skilled Animator. I don't know why we don't have Karn in here. I just realized Karn would be beautiful in this. Be able to grab stuff from the graveyard or from the sideboard as well. I just didn't think of it. That is why we don't have it in here. All right, holds up mana for Chemist's Insight. We get to scry to the bottom. We're looking for a Saheeli or another Sai. Go to my turn. Scry. To the bottom. There's a very good chance this just gets countered. We have to do it though. Draw. I mean, unless we find something better. Oh, there's another Antiquities War. All right, go to main phase. Antiquities War. I mean, man. It resolves. We get to go digging for other stuff. Guild Globe, more card draw. We like card draw. Let's hope that they aren't playing Narset. I think stopping this Dawn of Hope has been very useful, though. They've been able to, like, they would have been able to draw lots of cards, gain lots of life along the way here, which would have made our job a lot harder. And we're at least still forcing them to have answers. Now we get rid of the Guild Globe. Another Antiquities War is definitely what we're wanting here. I think it's our best chance of actually winning the game. So get rid of the Guild Globe. Now they're going to go probably looking at what we have in our hand. So probably play Thought Erasure if they have it. Because we got rid of a card draw spell. Ixalan's Binding. No! Oh, man. We've already played all of our Blink of an Eyes, I believe. We have River's Rebuke to draw into. That could be pretty good. Oh, put a stop on our upkeep. No! Okay, okay. Full control just in case. Okay, Scry. If we have River's Rebuke, I guess we still get to get the treasures here, so we're fine. We cannot play the Antiquities War at the moment. Okay, Resolve. We have to find something good here. Draw. Okay, Sorcerer's Spyglass. That's not bad. Go to main phase. Draw. All right, let's go Guild Globe first. I want them to counter this over the Sorcerer's Spyglass so that we can try to hit something else good. River's Rebuke, amazing. All right, now we want them to counter this so we can actually resolve the River's Rebuke, especially after they've already used the Eldest Reborn on, like, nothing. They don't really have anything to get here. I don't know what we name it on, though. And this is probably what they're thinking, too, is, like, there's so many things that finish out games nowadays. It literally could be anything. All right, so this is their hand. All right, so Patient Rebuilding, that means it's Jace. So we know that Jace is going to be a thing, which his static ability is still there, but at least it's something that we know is going to happen. So Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. It's a pretty legitimate option because they have the Patient Rebuilding. They could be just trying to mill us, which we're doing it pretty good for them just by drawing so many cards. And, man, this is rough. All right, we know that they have a counter spell. Chemist's Insight. Two more cards in hand. Upkeep, we don't need to start stopping our upkeep anymore. Man, Ixalan's Binding is really rough. Man, we just have not found any of our actual answers. We found one Psy in the top of our deck. We're running 7 copies of things that create tokens for us. Okay, it's Skilled Reanimator. It's the only thing that comes out. That's fine. Find us a Saheeli. I guess Karn really does need to come into our deck just so that we can be turning on the Submersible. It's a little bit awkward, though, because it's only for the turn, right, that it becomes a creature. It's based off its converted mana cost as well, so it doesn't even crew it up as a 2/3. It's a 2/2. I mean, I guess it's good enough. We don't really have expensive things either, so I'm not sure if Karn really deserves a spot here. All right, they're holding up Sinister Sabotage still. We know that this River's Rebuke doesn't resolve right now. That's bad. We want them to counter literally anything we can, but a Saheeli might be even worse for them to counter. All right, draw a card. Ugh. All right, so here's the question. Do we play the River's Rebuke so that they counter it? They can just replay the Ixalan's Binding. We get back a Skilled Animator. So, I mean, they might even let this resolve. It doesn't slow them down so much. And we get a counter out of the deck. And then if we find a Saheeli on the next turn, or we can draw 2 cards with these Fountain of Renewals. And play Saheeli. But we won't be able to play it unless we get rid of the Sinister Sabotage. So let's go ahead and try firing this off. I think that's the best play. Is we know that we can't ever fire off the Saheeli because of the Sinister Sabotage. We have to just try to bleed them out of counters. Man, this has been a long game. Was this the one that was playing Dovin's Veto that got exiled or whatever? Okay, Sinister Sabotage. Or that was the last game. No! Stop milling our good stuff. Boo. Psy is so good. Maybe we need ways to bring stuff back. Mobilized District. Mobilized District might be what wins us this game. The other issue here too is Settle the Wreckage. So Mobilized District doesn't really help us out a ton. We have 2 of them. Saheeli. All right, well, we have to go for Saheeli now. It's our best chance to actually make stuff happen with it. So, Saheeli, do you have the answer? Opponent's not even bothering swinging in. They're going to win by us milling ourselves out, I guess. Or them milling us out with this Patient Rebuilding. All right, search for Iskanta. Yep, they have the answers. All of the answers. We can still draw and hopefully find another Saheeli. That's a possibility. Haha! Saheeli number 2. Go. All right. Did we already lose our Chaos Wand as well? There's no real use in doing any of these, right? We could turn something into a Sorcerer's Spyglass. I'm not sure if it keeps the same thing called out, though. So let's just pass the turn. Yeah. Yeah, so we already lost our Chaos Wand. It was that's right. It was Thought Erasered out early on. All right, mills 3 lands. They get to draw 3 cards. We could mill them out if they find all the lands instead of us. Like that actually is a possibility. That's a really hilarious possibility. Is that we are winning as long as we mill over lands, and they keep drawing cards in other ways. All right, hits the Saheeli. Silly Saheeli. Kaya. All right, so they did have a Kaya. They're still super far away from actually killing us with it, though. Like, not gonna happen. They get to gain life, which could be relevant. Is there any ways that we can mill them? I don't think so. I think that we're done. Like, there's guaranteed we're not gonna always mill lands. And I'm guessing they're playing smart enough that they know not to do it. I mean, they can maybe keep drawing themselves out here with like Dawn of Hope and stuff. I'm actually surprised they didn't use Field of Ruin earlier. Maybe they forgot about it. I do that too. All right, man, these games have been crazy long, guys. I think that I'm going to put this one in here kind of regardless of which way it goes, just because it's been a fun game, kind of back and forth. Like, we almost got the Antiquities War. We bounced it back, put it back down again, got taken by Ixalan's Binding, finally found a Saheeli. We had all the Sai stuff going on earlier. They got to take one of our Antiquities Wars that don't matter because they have the Ixalan's Binding. And, yeah, it's rough. It is very rough. We've already used our Blink of an Eyes, which wouldn't matter because we've already played these. Like, oh, man. We already tried to use the River's Rebuke. All of our answers are gone. We literally... I mean, we can just hope that they aren't drawing smart. That is one of our final answers. They have Settle the Wreckage available. I guess we just have to make them do it, though. All right, Skilled Submersible. Submersible. So here's the issue, is if we turn one of these into the Silent Submersible, it actually doesn't turn it on. Although one thing we could do is make them use the Settle the Wreckage right away. So this is what we could do, is we can tick down, we have to tap this one. We know that they have Settle the Wreckage, which I think that they're going to be willing to kill this with. All right, this becomes... It can also become a skilled animator, but that doesn't really matter as much. This becomes this. All right, it comes over as a creature here. They could have Mortify to try to kill the creature now so it doesn't finish its target. So cast down the Silent Submersible. Okay, resolve. I'm not sure if this still triggers. I don't think it does. Yeah. All right, pass the turn. We have a blocker for our Saheeli now. Woohoo! Oh my goodness, this has been rough. We just know that they have so many answers now, especially with this Search for Azcanta up and available. Yep, there's the Mortify. Gets to keep swinging at Saheeli. Yeah, it mills us. One land, draws a card, 17 and 17. We don't have a ton of lands out. Like, that is one thing, is we don't have a ton of lands out. So there is still a chance that they might just mill themselves with this Patient Rebuilding. Let's see, let's do the math here real quick. So we have 5, 6, all right, 8. Oh, we do have all the lands in here as well. So 1, 4, only 4. So we have like 10 lands left in the deck. So there is a small chance here, if they keep drawing cards, that they won't be able to kill us fast enough and they mill themselves out. Tiny, tiny chance. So maybe we don't keep drawing cards. We definitely don't want to find lands. Like, what other way do we win here? We find another skilled animator. We have 2 more of those. Sai could, but I don't think we can actually win there. They have too many answers in hand. So I think we do play it out and try to go for the meal plan. I think that that's going to be the better play. So I'm not going to draw this time. We definitely have enough mana to pay for it next turn and whatever else we find. So yeah, Sai's a good blocker at least. Maybe like we could draw cards there. We're just gonna go to my turn. All right, there's another Saheeli. Let's go ahead and play the Saheeli. Well, yeah, let's play Saheeli. Okay, create a blocker. Keep new Saheeli. We could swing at Kaya. Meh. And just pass the turn. So we know that there's an island on top right now. I don't know why we know that. Did we take a look at it? Or is that just a glitch? If we win by milling them with their own patient rebuilding. Alright, there's 2 draws. Down to 13. Oh my goodness. This is the do not draw standoff. Mass manipulation. Alright. That's cool. I don't think that there's a way that we can do this. I'm sorry for playing this one out so long, guys. I tried to give a warning earlier on, at least. If you're still here, it's because, like, by the way, cool trick. If you're on a desktop, press L. You can skip forward 10 seconds. Same with like K and J. It's kind of like a fast forward play or whatever from VHS way back in the day. Yeah, L is 10 seconds forward, J 10 seconds back, K to stop and play again. I use those all the time. So if you are just sitting here like waiting through all this, you guys can skip ahead until you see what happens. I'm fine with that. I want to at least, for those that do like seeing everything, give the opportunity for people to see stuff. Okay, treasure map. Pretty much useless now. They can counter. Oh yeah, go for the negate. I mean, they could kill us. 13 turns. I guess it's possible. Narset's reversal gets to bring back the negate. Holds on to the negate. That's a way to play. We do have a lot of non-creature spells. Yes, resolve. All right. Yeah. This is going to be the last game of the video too, so there's that. All right, resolve. I just really want to mill them out with their own patient rebuilding. I don't think it's going to be possible. Not at this point. We've had too many non-lands flip over. Oh man, this Ixalan's Binding, after everything else we did with it, so devastating. Please use this thematic compass though. Dig for land. The other thing too is like I kind of like giving people the opportunity to actually mill me out. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. Like you have to actually mill me out. 10 turns, 4 or 5 damage each turn. I mean, technically, if they play more stuff, they can get us before that. So we'll see if they. I mean, we do get to keep milling them out with the patient rebuilding, but we are 3 turns away from just being dead. So there's that as well. All right, gets rid of that. That's fine. We didn't want to draw cards right now anyway. There's a Sai. Play the Sai. And pass the turn. Please 3 lands, just to keep it alive. Just to keep the dream alive, and hopefully they don't play very well. There's the Mortify. I wish there was a way that they could just make sure that we made them draw cards. I think they're playing around it. At this point, I'm playing it out just to play it out. Because other people say that it's rude to not play these out. Other people... Alright, 3 lands! Draw those 3 lands. Down to 6 cards, 5 cards. Oh man, I really wish he would actually draw cards here. It'd be so funny. Oh man. I'm pretty sure most of the rest of this deck is land, so we can do it one more time to get 3 lands. We've been running surprisingly well. Unfortunately, I think that he's onto it. Maybe because I keep hovering over stuff, you know. But if you're a mill deck, you know. Is this really winning with just Patient Rebuilding? It's kind of a surprising card to try to win with. I haven't seen a Psychic Corrosion though. He hasn't really drawn a lot of cards. He might have a bunch of Jaces that he just can't play because of the Sorcerer's Spyglass. I mean, the ability still helps. Like, if he plays a Jace, we're going to let the Jace be. I mean, he has so many ways to protect it. I don't know what he's waiting on here. Play that Chemistry's Insight. Do it. Search for his Kanta. Throw stuff in the graveyard too. That's a great way to play. Skilled Animator, huh? Well, we're playing it. Turning on our Guild Globe. It's not like they have a million blockers or anything, so we're definitely going to go after... We're just going to go face here. Oh man, I should not be playing this out. But the cool thing is that means that there's a very good chance that the top cards here are lands. I think there's still a good chance that they're all lands. Like, it might just be the top 4 cards here are lands. And we get to have one more turn. Okay, Settle the Wreckage. Decline. So yeah, it's no way that we actually win. I think this just mills the top 3 cards too. I'm pretty sure these top 3 are lands are pretty close to having 3 in the bottom 4 here. Land. All of our mobilized districts at the very bottom, and the Antiquities War that we milled. So 2 cards in the library, 1 card in the library, and please draw for some reason. I would just love it. I mean, search for his Kanta, do the thing, and then Chemistry's Insight. Please, please, please. Just for the fun of it. Is he waiting for us to scoop now? We should scoop. I'm playing this out just because I want to actually play this out. Take down, draw a card. Do it. Do it. You know you want to. It's going to come out to both of us having 0 cards in the library, and then I'm going to do it. I'm going to die. Oh, that would be so good. Oh, come on. Please, please, please. He could also have a Jace. It's very... if he plays the Jace, he can actually literally just win here. I don't know why he's taking his time, if he has it. He knows what's in our hand. I mean, I guess he can't tick up with it, so there is that. All right, no blocks. It doesn't matter. We'll just take our beats. He's not going to beat me by swinging in. Unless he has like a spell to make him all really big all of a sudden. But yeah, not worried about that. Cleansing Nova. All right, so gets rid of everything. We get our Antiquities War. We have Antiquities War on top. Now we get to play all of our Antiquities Wars. This guy's so nice. Oh my goodness. What a gentleman. Just playing out his deck. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, ticks up so he doesn't get to do the thing. That's fine. Oh, because it shuffled our deck, we don't know what's Antiquities War is there anymore. Is that what it's saying? Or what? All right, we're going to play it out because they're playing it out. Patient Rebuilding is gone now as well. Antiquities War. And we'll just pass the game. All right, yeah, so good game. We're done now. All right, that was a fun one. I had never seen Patient Rebuilding mill themselves out so much, and so that was the main reason I played that out there. Sorry guys if you didn't enjoy that, but yeah, that's what we did. All right, so there you guys have it with Submersible Blue, and Silent Submersible actually okay with Skilled Animator, but as you saw, the biggest issue with Skilled Animator is that it dies and then you can't use it. So possibly should have brought in the Karn. I actually should have brought in at least this Karn. This Karn definitely deserves a spot in here, so we probably go up 2 of these. 2 here, maybe 1 here. I still don't think it's as good. Maybe putting like a Silent Submersible in the sideboard would be useful. No, not all of them. Whatever. Anyway, that's something else you could do. There's some interesting things you can do with this deck. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Any changes you would add to the deck, let me know. I threw this together actually really quick. And I'm actually still pleased with the jankiness of the deck. And that's, again, what we're going for here. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye. Thank you.